Selamat pagi to the viewers out there.
Selamat pagi, thank you guys. Thank you. Guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel, Elvis Willas, with my brother from
The Caribbean.
Caribbean. Okay, brother, could you tell me when the first time you come in Bali, what is your plan?
So I arrived maybe 3 or so weeks ago from the Philippines, and I actually didn't have a huge plan. I had done a bit of research about the area. I wanted to go surfing.
Oh, surfing.
I wanted to try
You like
Indonesian
surfing?
food. I love surfing. I love
All
surfing.
right.
I started a few years ago. It's a really fun and challenging and humbling sport.
Yes.
And so what ended up happening was I made a friend in the Philippines, and we met back up in Indonesia.
Indonesia.
She has guided a lot of the travels here so far.
Yes. Okay, Evans, how old are you right now?
I'm 35.
35. I'm 25 years old.
25?
Okay. Yeah, 25 years old.
Oh, I'm 35.
Okay, brother Evan, could you tell me how many places have you been visit around Bali here?
So I visited more around some of the islands neighboring
Yes.
to the east, but on
To the
Bali,
east?
yeah, I landed in Kuta and I went up to Canggu.
Yeah, Changi.
From there, I headed over to the port on the far east side. I think maybe not the Sanur port, but the one farther northeast. And I headed over to Lombok.
Lombok.
Lombok was very, very beautiful.
Wonderful
a little bit less
islands.
developed.
Yes.
Yes, Bali has become far more developed because there's a lot of tourism, a lot of successful tourism here. We stayed in Tetebatu to the south of Rinjani with hopes of hiking there. Didn't work out.
Alright.
It's closed actually for the rainy season.
Rain season.
So we ended up going down to Kuta on Lombok
Kuta.
and then visiting the Gillies, the 3 Gili barrier islands.
Okay, that's very spectacular, bro. Your trip adventure in Bali Island. So, how long have you been to deciding yourself to stay in Bali, Indonesia? Yeah.
So how long am I going to stay here?
Yeah.
So I'm only here another couple days and then I head off to Singapore.
Singapore. Okay, Evan, by the way, have you tried the Balinese food, the Balinese local food here?
So that's pretty much all I've eaten. I am not a big fan of going to the touristy restaurants.
Yeah.
If I want to eat Italian food, I'll have that in Italy. If I want to eat American food, I will go back to the United States and visit family there. So where we are sitting right now is a local warung.
Warung.
This is where I eat all my food. I've eaten 90% of my meals in local warungs around the different islands I've been to, and I've had phenomenal experiences.
Okay, you know, we are been here now in the Warung Bupon. Warung Bupon, this is from Japanese food. Japanese food, Evan. Okay, Evan, what do you think about the Bali tourism and the culture, ceremony, tradition in Bali Island here?
So it's interesting. I did not know how touristy the island is, which has its positives and negatives. It is extremely busy here, especially when I went to Canggu.
Crowded,
Very crowded. Lots of bikes and cars everywhere. Being on the roads is a little bit difficult. Being a pedestrian is a little bit difficult. I almost found it a little dangerous. But anything that you need is everywhere. Compared to when I went to Nusa Penida or Tetebatu or Gili Islands.
Gili Islands.
I couldn't use a credit card in many places. I couldn't find the basic supplies I needed. I broke something and needed a piece of tape, and I could not find tape anywhere, which I believe I learned the word is lam, maybe, for tape. And so I struggled sometimes to do things that I take for granted in everyday life. Whereas on Bali, you typically have access to everything that you want or need.
Yeah, that's amazing, Evans. Okay, maybe anyway, have you seen before the big statue around in Bali Island, number 4 in the world?
And that's GWK?
Yeah, GWK, because you are staying right now in the villa GWK view, right?
Yes.
Okay, brother, have you ever been there?
So I did not. Last night I walked over and tried to get a bit of a view of it, and ended up instead going and visiting some local bars. But I'd never heard of this statue actually prior to coming here. And one of the reasons why I really like the place we're staying at, GWK View, is because it has a phenomenal view on the rooftop of the statue. So, and also a really cool 360 view of the city in general. So after seeing it from a distance, I feel like it's really important to go see.
Why we call GWK? Because GWK, have you know before?
No, I saw it on the map yesterday. I already forgot what it stands for.
I will explain. Okay, why we call GWK statue? G is like the big bird, the big eagle.
Okay.
W, the Balinese believer God is Vishnu. W, Vishnu. And K, the crown of the head of God Vishnu. So that's why we call GWK.
So I have a quick question for you.
Yes.
I see the Balinese offerings everywhere. Everywhere I go, every store, every like a massage parlor or a laundromat, there's these offerings outside of it. It looks like it's like woven leaves, bamboo leaves, and then there's flowers and incense and maybe a cookie. Is that an offering to Vishnu, or can you explain those a little bit more to me?
Yes, because that's right, brother, what you say. That is part of the worship to God, because the tradition of Balinese island, before they want to start their activity, they have to take their time first to do the simple tradition in Bali, like to make some plates and fill the water and flour.
Sure.
And to worship to God for Bali
Island. And this is a daily exercise?
Daily routine.
Yeah.
Daily routine. In every day. All the Balinese people around here, based on my place to event, before they want to start their time in activities, they have to do the tradition. Because the culture in Bali, like put the flour and something like water and food.
Do you say a prayer when you place it in front of your home or business?
Yes, I have seen the prayer in the GWK. There is the holy man.
Okay.
Why we call holy man? Because there is the old man with the white cloth will be praying all the area to blessing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very cool. Is there any sort of gender tie to it? Does a man or a woman do it, or a child? Does everyone place these offerings?
Yeah, every woman and every man. So if you want to entrance in the park, the holy place, of course, there is the old man with the white cloth with axe. You have to wear the tradition, like the
sarong.
Sarong.
Okay.
You know sarong?
Yes, I'm
sarong.
Familiar. Some of the temples that I've gone to in the last few days.
For the prayers, Evan. Okay. By the way, Evan, what do you think about Bali? Balinese people?
Well, so just Balinese or Indonesian overall?
Yeah, all Indonesia.
So
but
it's
special in Bali because we are now in Bali Island.
it's been a very welcoming experience. The majority of people are very friendly. They
and smiling.
Yes, that is actually the biggest thing that I would say, is that you see big glowing smiles everywhere.
Okay.
Now, also, there's a bit of curiosity, especially when I went to smaller cities, like when I went to Tetebatu, which is way up in the jungle, and was a very small town vibe. People were very curious about me. Being from another country, having white skin, potentially wearing different clothing. Now, Lombok is very Muslim focused, and like the vast majority of the population is Muslim. And so I was walking around, I'm going to have a bit of skin exposed. And so that
Yeah.
caught their eye.
Okay.
And then when I would speak a little bit of Indonesian to them,
Indonesia.
it definitely caught them off guard, and they did not know what was going on. So
Okay.
it's this mix of people who are very friendly and happy and giving, and then also people who are very curious and surprised.
Okay, I'm really appreciate that. So when the first time you came in Bali Island, of course you will be seen a lot of people will be smiling for you, Evan, and they will be saying Om Swastiastu. Have you ever heard before?
I'm not sure if I
Om
recognize.
Swastiastu.
I don't
Like
recognize that phrase.
Om
actually.
Swastiastu.
Om Swastiastu.
Yeah, Om Swastiastu is like the symbolic for Balinese people for the respect if there is the newcomers came in Indonesia, Bali, because it's meaning like thanks for come to Bali. I'm really respectful you're coming. We hope you are getting better in Bali Islands.
Sure.
Om Swastiastu.
Cool. I don't know if I had heard that. One of the things that I've observed with travel is you need to quickly get away from airports.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of people who want to transport you somewhere, and I'm the kind of person that I like to do a lot of walking and then rent a bike and go around.
Okay.
So perhaps there were some people saying it, and I was trying to zip by them because everyone wanted to be a taxi driver. But that's true of everywhere I go, not just Bali, of course.
Okay, brother Evans. Maybe you can say something for Bali Island, Indonesia, yeah? For the whatever that you want to say about Bali Islands, Evans.
The thing that I would sum up about the island is, and similar to other areas of Indonesia, go to the local warungs. It's great to support those families who are taking a chance with entrepreneurship to start a business. You will have amazing food. The one we are sitting at right now,
Warung Bupan.
Warung Bupan, I am very keen on. I had an amazing meal. In fact, quite a few dishes here yesterday.
Okay.
Everything is very reasonably priced. It's made on the spot by
Local price.
locals. And I've been to many warungs, and this one has the most wide offerings of food,
Yes.
perhaps because it's Javanese food, which I was not aware of.
Yeah, as we have seen now, the price F1.
Yes.
It's very local price, you know.
The prices are for the drinks around 5,000 rupiah, and then the meals up, 10 to 15 or 6 to
Yeah.
15,000 rupiah, which is fairly normal. A lot of times you will see about 20 to 30,000, whereas when you're going to a touristy restaurant that sells Western food or European food, it's going to be 60, 70, 90,000 for a dish. It's
90,000.
which is still inexpensive compared to other countries, but
Yes.
it's not the way to go.
Okay, Evans, I'm really appreciated your time. You are ready to make your free time to meet me here to make a simple videos. I'm really thanks for your time, Evans. And then before we are closing our video in Elvis Willas channel, maybe don't forget to support always, yeah. Maybe Evan, there is something maybe that you want to say something to my viewers, Elvis Willas, maybe Evan.
So what I will say is time is the most valuable thing that we all have in life. A lot of people get confused thinking it's money and try to chase that, but time is something that you can't get back.
Yeah.
Spend it with people you care about. Ideally, if possible, spend it traveling and adventuring. I know
Yes.
that can be difficult for some, but you will never regret the time that you spend adventuring because you'll make a lot of memories from it.
Wow, that's amazing, yeah. Advice from the Evan.
Evan, yep. Evan from the Caribbean, originally from the United States.
Origin United States, right?
Yes.
Oh my, it's quite a little bit my heart so now, brother.
United States
Las
is...
Vegas, yeah.
Yeah, I grew up in Michigan and then lived in the Rocky Mountains in Colorado and then in Florida. I will say the United States is like 50 countries mashed together. A lot of people think
my
of it as one
God.
place, but if you ever go there, there's a lot to see because it's
my
like 50 countries smashed into one big one.
Oh, that's amazing, Evan. Yeah, I hope we can make next video, Evan, yeah?
Yeah.
Because you have the unique story, right? Before you come to Bali Island. I know you are the good man because your knowledge is very, very smart. Yeah.
I appreciate that. And Selamat.